need you to teach me. How do we get our man to get us what we want for Christmas?
You gotta get you a fake eviction notice, get you a fake pregnancy test, sprinkle, sprinkle. I tell people to stay far away from dusties, which are broke men. Date rich.
What is the next thing you aspire for?
More money.
Let's say you're with the dusty. How do you break it off?
Call the police. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
That's sickening.
I know.
Do you believe that all men cheat?
I wouldn't bet my life on it that they didn't.
How do you find a man with money?
I don't know. Like, you might have to like tone it down a bit.
Uh-huh.
Like a lot. Start talking about your fake Aunt Ethel. She has problems. Plane tickets can solve her problems.
Some people are crazy. Not us. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What's the tea, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another Mistress Monday. Now, before I even get started, I'm not gonna give you the same speech I give you each and every week. I'm not gonna beg you to like, comment, and subscribe. As we go into the new year, I'm gonna try my best to not tell you to like, comment, and subscribe. But if you feel it in your heart, if you don't have no money to buy my merch or come see me at a bar near you, like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. And speaking of free, I know a lot of you girls out there are broke. No family, no boyfriend, no husband. Y'all just be out there sucking and fucking and doing your thing for free. And we're gonna change that. I think it's my duty as the mother of the house to pour into y'all. You know, each and every year on January 1st, y'all post, this is my year, I'm about to go do my big one, I'm about to do this and that. And here we are at the end of the year. Y'all are still sitting at home eating McDonald's watching this very video. Y'all he, she, we, they, them, vegan, vegetarian, blue hair, Starbucks, Whole Food baristas. We gotta get it together. 2025, y'all have to do better, y'all have to be better. If you don't, I'm gonna just need you to go back to living under a rock. So to fix all of you out there, I brought a very special guest into the studio today. This woman is a viral TikTok and internet sensation. She reads the dog out of everyone, but you can't be mad at her because everything she says is true. I'm so excited. Y'all have no idea. I literally binge watch all of her content. If you want to be in love with some coins, you have to have seen this woman. Everyone, get out your pens and papers, get ready to take notes, and we're gonna learn from the ultimate guru on how to get a man, how to get what you want out of life, and really just how to use what you have to get what you want. So welcome to the studio. Now, big mother. I told y'all we were gonna welcome in chaotic energy in 2025. If that's not chaotic, I don't know what is. Let's welcome to the channel, SheraSeven's.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Have you ever been next to someone this big? If you were introducing yourself to hundreds of thousands of people who are just finding you for the first time, how would you describe yourself and what you do?
I tell people to stay far away from dusties, which are broke men. And if you ever find yourself with the dusty, to slap yourself in the face, get up and remove yourself from the premises.
What sign should you avoid when dating men? The negative bank account sign, the minus sign.
I've been with him 4 years and we still ain't moved out or have a ring. Currently, he has no job. Then you a prisoner. You've been kidnapped by a broke man.
You said men today want to get chased? Okay, call the police on men. You said, what are you bringing to the table? Men are tired. I'm not bringing nothing to the table, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you want a woman to bring something to the table, go to IHOP. What are y'all talking about? Body count again? Who cares, sir? How many men have your mama slept with?
How do you know if you the ugly friend? Ask a child.
I can take down your credit card number, sir. Let me get that.
Do men like plus size women? Men like men, especially when they get locked up. So what do you think?
Listen, I knew I had to bring you on because I'm gonna be honest with you. Under all this, I am a man. So I know men are trash because I'm trash. If I wasn't a rich and famous drag queen and a professional YouTuber, I would be a dusty. I would be the one finding girls just like me to use and abuse. So what do we do when you're someone who rides the spectrum? Like, can I be saved?
I saw your video where you were like emailing prisoners, and I thought that was so hilarious and dusty at the same time. But I don't think that you can be saved.
I would have to co-sign that because that's some real you just said, but hopefully we can save some of the people out there. Now, another thing that I love about you, you always go on and on about the men, but what do you do when you're in a gay relationship? Because I'm gonna assume you're an ally like I am. I mean, I don't agree with the lifestyle, but I understand that y'all are born this way and y'all do what you have to do, but do you think the same advice applies to the LGBT?
It just depends on their mentality, because I think like each person has a different set of morals and mentality.
But you know what the issue is? I've come to find out the gays have no morals.
Then my channel is perfect for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
How do you know when someone's a dusty? What is like the dictionary definition of a dusty?
When you're at the mall and all of a sudden you hear someone creeping up behind you and it's the dude you're with and he starts hugging you at the register. Even though he's supposed to be paying, he starts hugging you from behind at the register so that you can pay. That's one sign of a dusty. Another sign is he calls you big money. You got a big buddy? In my teenage years, I've dated a few Dusties. They were young, so we couldn't blame them, but that was enough for me.
I don't mean to take it there because I'm usually not an explicit person. I'm a sweetheart and I would never do any X-rated content. Anitra, stop being so jealous, you bitch. No one else could ever make me feel this good. Only you. Oh! But would you not agree? Because I know they're gonna comment out there. Allegedly, Dusties give the best pleasure.
That's because that's all they have to give.
Ooh. But what if that's all I want? Maybe I need a Dusty, honestly.
And you need two. You need a sugar daddy and a Dusty.
Oh, you can have both. I feel like you just opened my third eye. My mind is expanding as we speak.
I don't want a Dusty personally, and I tell people don't lay down anything broke because, you know, they can get pregnant, but you can't get pregnant, so you can do what you need to do.
I don't know. I think I've been pregnant for a few years. It's just starting to come out. My next thing is this. What do you do when you find yourself with a Dusty? Because I'm going to be honest, I know my ex is out there watching this, and he was the only Dusty I've ever been with. But the thing is, I think I like the toxic, crazy, abusive, like, relationship. So what do you do when you crave that 'cause that's all you've ever known?
I think you...
Now listen, it's the holiday season, and are you feeling like a hot mess, stressed out, traveling, dealing with family, running around trying to do a million things at the last minute? We can all use a little support sometimes, but especially this time of year. Something that's been helping me out a lot with my own stress and mental health has been going to therapy. I want to give a huge shout out to my friends over at BetterHelp, who are the sponsor of today's video, and make it so easy to both find and feel comfortable with a therapist, even if you're brand new to therapy like I was. Personally, I always have 1,000 things going on in my head at once between work, projects, personal life, traveling, and running my own businesses. Sometimes I can get really burnt out and overwhelmed, so therapy has been pivotal for me to learn ways to separate work and stress from my emotions and keep a clear head even when things get a little crazy. It's almost the end of the year, it's getting dark earlier, and the world is crazy as hell all the time anyway. So no matter what your job is or what's going on in your life, I know we're all feeling it. BetterHelp is a safe space where you can share whatever's on your mind, whether it's stress, work, relationships, or anything else. I love this platform because you just fill out a questionnaire to get matched with a therapist, and you can even switch if it doesn't feel like the right fit. This holiday season, give yourself one of the most important gifts. Take care of your mental health. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/Mistress Isabelle Brooks and get 10% off your first month of therapy. That's betterhelp.com/Mistress Isabelle Brooks, or click the link in my description. Shout out to my friends over at BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. Now with that being said, let's jump right in.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
I think you create with it, make some money off your Dusty being Dusty. You can like post it on YouTube or, you know, TikTok saying, look what my Dusty did today. You know, you got to exploit it a little bit.
You are so evil because I feel like the thoughts in my mind, I feel like this woman is just listening to my inner monologue. It's honestly kind of scary. So let's say you're with the Dusty. How do you break it off? Because, you know, when the Dusties are so used to you, they're used to taking advantage, they don't want to go. So if I know some of these people, look directly at them because they don't have men, they don't have boyfriends, they don't have careers or education, so they don't know any better. They watch me for entertainment. I'm their hero and they look up to me. I mean, if that doesn't say what's wrong with the world, I don't know what is.
Okay, you got to get you a fake eviction notice, a stack of bills, and if you know, if you're a woman, if you're a girl, if you're a female, get you a fake pregnancy test and put it all on the tables. And when he walks in, tell him, oh, excuse me, I need to go to the bathroom, and then excuse yourself and let him discover what's laying about. And by the time you get back, he'll be gone.
I'm so gagged right now. That honestly, that would get them together. What do you do when he flips the script and he's like, baby, we're gonna handle this. We're gonna take care of this. I'm ready to have your baby. Like, we're gonna do this. And the thing is, we don't need money. We can go live in my mama's house. She's gonna get us together. What's the next move?
That you got a job offer and you're gonna take it because this is not Hallmark Channel. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
That is absolutely genius. See, I think I'm learning. I think I'm starting to see. Okay, this advice will apply to everyone. It doesn't matter if you're LGBT, he, she, we, they, them. How do you find a man with money?
You go to the rich side of town and you act like you belong there and you look cute and you go there as often as you can during the daytime, during the weekdays. That's when everybody else is clocked in at work, slaving away, and all the independently wealthy, rich, or older people are free to go shopping, to go run their errands, to go to the gym. They wait till all the working class goes to work so they come out and play.
If I went to go find a wealthy man dressed like this, do you think this will get them together? Is there a certain dress code that we have to abide by?
Well, it depends on what city you're in, because if you're in Miami, they might like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but in Houston, or I don't know, like you might have to like tone it down a bit. Like a lot.
Okay, so
you can keep the wig though. I think they might like that wig.
Okay, they'll like the wig, so no sequins. Can you have like your goods on display? Because this is my best asset. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything else, I mean,
only if you're playing sports, so like, so you can wear something that shows it off. You got it like a cute little tank top, and you're playing, tennis or something, or you're swimming. It has to make sense. It can't just be vulgar and not on purpose.
Gotcha. So I have to have the tennis racket and be like, I need you to teach me. Do you approach them, or do you wait for them to approach you?
You wait for them. You like play dumb and drop the tennis ball and start hitting it wrong so they can come up and give you directions.
Role play for me. Give it to me. Hey, let me help you.
Okay.
This is mental illness because why am I mad that I'm playing the man? I'm like, I guess I'll be the man. Okay, so he comes behind you and starts filling you up, and he's like, you do it like this. And do you back it up on? Because like if I was in that, I would be like, I'd be like, yes. But then I think I would just stop. You're like,
You gotta smell good though, because when they get behind you, they need to smell you. So put some perfume on your hair, the back of your neck, and be like,
ooh, you flip the hair and give it to them.
Even if you get some pheromones, that anything helps.
A pheromone? Do you know Eureka O'Hara? She's this really smelly girl. I think she needs some advice. What would you say about smelling good? What perfume should you like go with? Is there a certain fragrance? No Bath and Body Works, right? Like we need high class fragrance.
Yeah, like unless you're a teenager, nobody want to smell no Bath and Body Works. That's like before you go to bed or something like that. You need a special perfume for evenings, one for daytime, and seasonal perfumes. You can't just wear the same perfume all year round, day and night. So you need to see what the notes are in your perfumes, whether they're seasonal.
How do we get from the point of now we're connected to how do you ask him for money? Are we asking on the first day, the first time we meet? Or like what? How do we go about that?
You gotta give a sob story from the start. You have to start talking about your fake Aunt Ethel, if y'all have heard of her. She doesn't exist, but she has problems. Plane tickets can solve her problems. So she takes a turn for the worse. And you need, plane ticket money to go wherever. You got to pay her mortgage. So you start bringing that up in the first conversation. Like, oh, excuse me, I'm on the other line. My Aunt Ethel is trying to call. So you get it from the start. She's, oh, I'm sorry. She just was having trouble with her rent this month or her mortgage this month. But anyway, what were you saying? Oh, yeah. You want to take me out to dinner? Okay. Then by the time you text him a few times between now and dinner, he's going to be invested in Aunt Ethel. He's going like, well, how's your aunt?
Listen, this is a dangerous game you're playing because someone like me, I'm mentally ill, and I would genuinely believe that I have an Aunt Ethel. We would sit down and I'd be like, she says hi. She can't wait to see you.
We've talked about hiring actresses that will play Aunt Ethel. If you got money like that, y'all can split it.
Absolutely.
That is absolutely insane, but yes, I see the vision. Your mind is on another level. Have you always thought this way? Even as a little girl?
Yes.
That's sickening.
I know.
Sickening.
I would go over scenarios in my head, like before I went to sleep at night. Like if this happened, what am I gonna do? Then I just started going, and my imagination would just keep going.
I hope all of you out there are taking notes or writing this down because this information, honestly, you were telling me that you have a whole series of books, you have a whole bunch of stuff they can read up on. If you're someone out there you can't read and write, you have to give your full focus, go and get the book. It's on Amazon. She's gonna write everything out for us and we're gonna follow the guide out there. I promise you. What happens when they want to take it to the next step, when they want to be your only one? Do you ever settle on just one daddy? Or can you have multiple?
Only if they're doing everything you need them to do in order for them to take you off the market. Now, that means all bills paid. You don't have to work if you don't want to. That means they might give you some money to start a business so you can stay out of their business because they're going to have some other business on the side, especially if they're rich like that. They'll give it to you to stay busy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're building yourself. And so if you ever decide you don't want him anymore, you already got your business started. And now if you have another one on the side and you want to replace him, smooth transition.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Do you believe that all men cheat?
I wouldn't bet my life on it that they didn't. So I have to go with that.
Oh my gosh, I'm so gagged right now. I'm crazy. I want a toxic relationship, but I'm also like a true romantic. Like I'm in La La Land. Is that okay to ever like be in La La Land, or do you have to always be like on the defensive?
I think it's okay when you want to experience romance, but as soon as the first thing goes wrong, you got to snap back into reality. Because you can enjoy the good times, but be aware. Like, stay alert.
I feel like I'm getting like goosebumps and tingles through my body, honestly. I'm like many of you out here. I'm still gonna be with the Dusties. I can't help it. It's embedded in the mind. You have to be a strong person to know how to navigate, correct?
Right. That's one of my mottos. I do what I want. As long as it's profitable to you in some way.
Let's say that you're living in this day and age. Let's say you're 25. What do you need to be taken off the market? It's easy to say like bills paid, but some people be living in like trailers in a box on the side of the road. Like, what is the acceptable life for you?
At 25, I'm gonna need a high-rise apartment downtown. I'm gonna need a nice luxury vehicle, all bills paid, shopping money, savings account money, and they gotta be decent human beings.
One of the other things that always gags me is you say ugly men are the ones to go for. Like, it's okay to be with the ugly man. Do you truly believe that?
You gotta have some alcohol in order to not see the ugliness as much. Because, you know, every time you take a couple of shots of tequila, they get a little bit better looking.
You know what? I could say the viewers out there, some of them already follow that advice. Some of them get a little bit in them and then they're making out with their brother's uncle's cousin. It don't make no sense. Y'all gotta do better and be better. Okay, so you get to the point, he's ready to lock you down, but then he hits you with, I want a prenup. Do we even bother? How can we get out of that loophole? Ooh, I feel like your eye just popped out of the sockets.
People are always asking me about this prenup stuff. If it's not beneficial to you, don't do it. You gotta have some medication with a prescription on it that makes you drowsy and unaware, and make sure the date is on the bottle of the prescription. You have the medical record, so when they come back and say, did you sign this, man? You're gonna be like, I don't remember. Yeah, you're like, I was heavily medicated. It's null and void if you're heavily medicated.
Oh my gosh, you honestly are a genius. Do you feel like, did your own family pass this down to you? Like, did you come on this knowledge yourself? Like, how did we get to this point?
I watched a lot of people make mistakes and a lot of people make good decisions, and I weighed the options, like, do I want to end up like this person or that person in my family? And I'm like, let me go with the one that got the money. I did hear someone say, if you love money and you marry for money, then you married for love.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
We need your advice. How do we get our man to get us what we want for Christmas?
Start dropping hints and clues early, or just send him your wish list through his email and tell him to buy all or some of these.
Let's say that I wanted my man to buy me like a designer bag. How would we go about this?
Well, compliment everyone's bag while you're out and about with him. Stop a woman and say, oh my gosh, I love your bag. What kind is that? Da 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 da. So make sure he knows, and then send him links and stuff. Like, this bag is so cute, don't you think? But make sure you're pointing it out every time you see it when you're out with him.
Okay, so what if you're pointing it out, he's like, stop talking about that goddamn bag.
Then keep talking about it, because if you wear him down, the only way to shut you up is to get the bag. And make sure he's not getting it from, overseas. Make sure he's getting it from, somewhere legit.
Now he's getting it from DHgate. I'm screaming. Christmas finally comes and he gives you this big speech. He's like, baby, I love you so much. Like, I finally, I've been listening. I got you the bag that you wanted. You open the box and it's a bag from City Trends. What do you?
Throw it at him and ask where the real gift is, because you know this is a gag and a joke.
Now you're gonna start laughing. Be like, I know you're lying.
It didn't arrive on time. You having it delivered, right? Give him a chance to clean it up.
Ooh.
I know you're having it delivered. You can't be serious. This is a joke, right? Where's the camera? So you're gonna give him a chance to go and fix it while he still can.
It is concerning how you have an answer for everything. And honestly, it's brilliant. If we're married together, are we having joint bank account, or what's the ticket to that?
No, it's direct deposit into mine every month on time.
I like that. What is an appropriate gift to give your provider?
Okay, I always say do 10% of what he gives you. So if he's spending 1,000, you spend 100. If he's spending 10, you spend 1. Dollar Tree.
What do you get a man as a gift? What do they want? What do they need?
Depends on what they do or what they like, whatever their interests are. I say make a gift basket and get a bunch of little things and wrap them up so it looks like you got them a lot of presents. But you can literally go to Five Below, Dollar Tree, and just get a bunch of gifts and wrap them up individually and put them in a gift basket. And so he doesn't know where they're from. But he's just opened about 20 gifts.
And he thinks you spoiled him. Oh my God. I literally have goosebumps. You are literally a genius. At what point do you live with someone? Do you feel like you should only live with your provider if y'all are married, or can you move in before?
You better move in before, because if you can't stand the way that he lives, then you're gonna wanna get divorced quick. Because people have pet peeves. Some people are just messy. You just need to know what it's like to live with somebody for like a little while, because people are crazy.
Some people are crazy, not us. Can you have 2 separate bedrooms?
I think all women should have their own separate bedroom, because they like to decorate it different. Sometimes you don't want that ugly brown bedspread or, that ugly decor.
What do you do if you find your provider who's spoiling you and y'all live together, but he's cheating on you? Do you just one-up him, or like, what's the tea?
Well, if you do what I teach, you already have somebody else on the side, or you could go out and replace them like this, or you could get a new car, an upgrade on whatever you need.
Do you let him know you've caught him?
Only when it's very lucrative to you, or when you know what you want, or exactly how to get him in the right mindset. So, you know, when he thinks everything is going great and he starts to get an attitude, that's when you would
Oh my gosh. What would you do if he got physical with you?
call the police. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
What do you want? Like, what is the next thing you aspire for?
More money. Because some people are stealing my content and making money off of it, and I want more of that money.
So you know what? I'm manifesting we're gonna get a lawyer out there who will send cease and desist on our behalf.
I don't mind them sharing the good news, but I want to get paid too. Sprinkle, sprinkle, put my books and stuff up on them websites.
I cannot. You honestly need to release like your own Bible. What is your last, final, most important piece of advice you want to drive into everyone watching this video right now?
Date rich or date generously.
You know what? I think I'm finally understanding sprinkle sprinkle mentality. For all the Dusties out there, how can they save themselves?
Stop chasing women, stop chasing men, and start chasing money.
So you think money's always the answer?
It is, because I talked about this the other day. You need money to do everything, unless you want to live in the wilderness off the grid and hold hands in the woods.
I'm not about to be no caveman. You know what? With that being said, happy holidays for me and Shera myself. Find you a man with money, and you know what? If you're gonna be a Dusty, go and take advantage of some unsuspecting poor individual. You know, sprinkle sprinkle. Go check out her channel. Go check her out on TikTok. Baby, you can find her all over the internet. And if you don't know her, now you do. So go clock that tea. Go binge watch and do your big one. Happy holidays, babes. Mwah.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.